Okay, so I think it goes without saying, but I probably have to say it. There's people out there that know way more than I do when it comes to a lot of this stuff. So I'm not going to get uber detailed into a lot of these things. There's way better videos and information out there on these kind of things. So if that's what you want, I ask you to go seek that. I don't know, man. Just trying to do my best here. Let's get on with it and talk about bayonets from 1942 and 1907. Alright, so I've been kind of thinking about how to talk about these. This is probably going to be the first project I work on because it's a little overdue on me wanting to get it to a buddy of mine. So when our second daughter was born, he mailed me like a bunch of diapers and onesies and a blanket and all that, and was totally uncalled for. And because I know he has a couple M1 Garand rifles, I was like, you know what, I bet he doesn't have a bayonet with it. So I got one, and the one that I got needs to be worked on a little bit. So kind of hard to talk about this one without talking about its grandfather that it came from. Essentially, as you can tell, these grips are kind of newish. These ones I'm pretty sure from World War II, this being a World War I bayonet. World War II grips, World War II scabbard, World War II bayonet, brand new grips. Either way, it's like it's all kind of a hodgepodge or whatever, but I'm going to kind of mix parts up here. I don't know, just to kind of quick talk about it, it's, Union Fork and Hoe, I think out of Columbus, Ohio. Essentially these being the M1 bayonet, they come from the M1905 bayonet from World War I era. So the difference between the two, they're the same locking mechanism. They use the same essentially push button thing to take in and out of the scabbard, but the reason why this one's shorter is because the M1 Garand is 6 inches longer than the 1903, and the 1903 is what a lot of guys used for a very long time and got trained on. So when it comes to bayonet training, fighting, whatever, they were used to this distance of things to do the pokey, so they decided to shorten that up. And you can tell a lot of them, heck, a lot of these M1 bayonets were pretty much M1905 bayonets that they just cut down. They just lopped it off and then put I don't even know what that's called, like a false edge, and it still has your little groove or whatever. So and these were all Parkerized. When these were made, they were made in the white, and then later when they were sent over to over to Europe to fight in World War I, a lot of the French and British were like, hey buddy, that white blade is not great to have for moonlight nighttime. So a lot of them were later Parkerized, but this one kind of made it to and from still in the white. What that means for whether or not this thing was super duper used, I don't know. This one, it has a slight bend in it, so you can tell it was used. And this is like it's, you gotta like bend this thing. You gotta really kind of get on about it to actually make it move. So I don't know if it was used or not. These like little markings here, it's kind of hard to put that on camera, but I'm not gonna say that I think it was blood rust at some point, but it kind of has that like textury feel of like fingerprint, like, I don't know. Or maybe I'm just overthinking it, but it's kind of hard to talk about one and not the other. And these are the two bayonets that, I don't know, I think they're kind of neat in a little piece of American history. But